notes for my January 2025 reading of a 2024 autobiography of an American swimmer. Today is Tuesday, 28 January 2025. I am Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers, or Seattle, and I'm going to talk through my book and reading notes for my January 2025 reading of an autobiography on an American swimmer. Just Add Water, My Swimming Life. June 2024, Simon Schuster First edition hardcover, ISBN in the video description. I started the book on Saturday, 25 January 2025 and finished the book on Monday, 27 January 2025. It's 245 pages, including the About the Author section page. It took me 3 days. I read 31 pages Saturday, 79 pages Sunday, 135 pages Monday. It's a public library copy. I put it on hold and then picked it up once it arrived. I have not ever met the author. I do not know them, and based on the content of their book, I would reckon they do not even know my name. Is that a recommendation? Stay tuned on me. Okay. Since I do not know if it was ghostwriting or ghostwriters who wrote the book, the packaging or current is a little different than some of my other book/reading notes videos or of current. So the packaging for this video, so to speak, is a little bit different. The book was delayed by the library system, like the 2017 Elvis Presley biography that I've covered back in 2024, as well as earlier this year in 2025, as a random security check, high-class book indicator. Okay. Last item, it was the last item on a work order I made for myself back in September 2024, meaning with this last book read, it took me 4 months to finish everything on my list. A general note, I use the term American swimmer for the author. This would be an inaccurate term for me, as I was not born in the United States of America. Ooh, a difference. Okay. Book notes including construction and design. So full text pages, there is italicization of font throughout. Page numbers at the bottom. Even pages go with the name of the book, and odd pages go with the name of the chapter. So there's not actually the author's name on the pages. And then there's a section with pictures, combination of color in black and white or grayscale. Picture of the person on the front and the back, I'm guessing. Yeah. They kind of all look the same with the picture on the back, so I cannot verify that is the person. Okay. Reading notes. The reason I read this book was to get a perspective on why do people compete at the Olympic Games. Per the content of this book, the answer from the author is because it was their dream to win the gold medal. So a rather simple, straightforward pursuit. Overall approach follows the approach for the book. The approach follows the approach of the 2019 autobiography of Julie Andrews I covered on this channel in 2024, of providing a behind-the-scenes perspective on their work/performances. It comes across, next note, it comes across as the author signed up to write the book, only came up with 100 pages of content, and needed 200 pages. So started taking stories from their family members that did not include them to fill the other 100+ pages. It reeks of desperation. It's the weirdest book yet, so I am withholding saying the author's name, if I can, because I'm not sure what else to do. Perhaps this is because the author has had over 10,000 sexual partners, though they have never been on top, and I am still a virgin at over 31.87 years of age. You know what I find impressive about this book? With it, I can understand it, and I am not a swimmer. I have not competed in swimming as an adult. The last time I competed was in 2010, and I was 17 years of age, an underage minor. To grasp the meaning of what was written with my lack of experience means the author did a good job communicating. So this is a general note there. Perhaps my biggest appreciation from reading this book is that I am fortunate to be in science/mathematics where women have done it before. There are strong and inspirational women who have who have done more than me and before me. For the author, they make it clear they were all on their own/alone. In their eyes, no inspirational woman who had done more before them. The dedication of the book is to the biological family of the author and their support network. Per the book, the author started competing in 2003 in swimming. For context, I started competing in 1998 in soccer. I've achieved far less than the author in my athletic pursuits. Page 20. The author self-identifies as an animated girl. Animated here meaning high energy and enthusiastic, not a cartoon character. Page 117. The grandmother of the author was 98 years of age. This book was published in 2024. Go through my markers, 2 in the book. So I marked two things. Two things. 1, okay, where'd it go? I'm discreet about my goals. I don't share them publicly. Unquote. You guys know me. I share my goals. I'm like, can I get any of them? Or just what? You know? Okay. So I'm kind of an anti the author in this for that one. And then another one, quote, the more you're in the public eye, the safer it is to keep your goals to yourself, unquote. I have revealed all of my goals in life on this YouTube channel. The more I'm in the public eye, the more I share. And anti-Ledecky. I'm a sharer, not a hoarder of dreams and what I want to do. Okay. Page 206. Earlier in the book, she comments on how so the book came out in 2024. She started competing in 2003. Her career's and then she went on and competed at the 2024 Summer Olympic Games after this was published. So her career is over 20 years, and she actually brings that up in the book. And then she puts an emphasis on page 206. Quote, gave me a months-long calendar outlining my main swim sets every day for the next 12 weeks. And 12 weeks is italicized. I found that profound. That a person can do something for over 20 years and not have learned anything, to such an extent that they find 12 years an intangible amount of time to have planned out. I'm like, okay. All right, moving on. I was a breaststroker back when I was a youth. Okay, so I gotta highlight this. In the book, the author makes clear they prefer Annie Laser and Lily King to Lydia Jacoby. I am the opposite. I prefer Lydia Jacoby. The author comes across as a person whose career took off by exploiting physical proximity and logistics of people older than them when they were learning to do something. So essentially, they pair up with somebody who's learning to do something, and then as the person, they ask questions and then kind of take from the person who's learning. I'm aware of this type in real life, in addition to in book form. Next, in my over 10 consecutive year competition swimming story. So I'm not a swimmer, but I am a swimmer. No, I am not a swimmer. Present tense. 2010 was a long time ago, and I have not competed as an adult. It's my thing. All right. In my over 10 year competition swimming story as a youth, is the author me and Riley Gaines is Mia J. I wrote this down before I picked the book up at the library on Friday, 24 January 2025. Reassess now that I have read the book. Still a yes. Perhaps a business model thing. If that goes way over your head or you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's probably a good thing. Okay. Next note. Is the author the person who has been pushing that Nick Dompierre is Regan Smith's soulmate? If they are not soulmates, please stop. Okay. If they were a person, here's the last comment. If they were a person who said in 2018, I'm hearing the crowd go wild on that one. Okay. If they were a person who said in 2018 that I had never written/published anything, then I do not consent to interacting with them. Why? Because they are an occupational hazard for me, as I had a multiple consecutive year publication history before 2018. If I ever win a Nobel Prize in Physics for my first authored article in peer-reviewed journal High Energy Density Physics, available online back in February 2017, I request help in enforcing no interactions between me and the author. All right. In conclusion, I marked full book number 7 for me for the 2025 year. Readable, but because, like, 150 of the 145 of the 245 pages are not even about her. I might give it a 1 out of 5 stars. I kind of wonder if she viewed herself as boring, and she didn't want to repeat this stuff, so she was like, I'm just going to put it at 1 Olympic Games and describing it, and then take from everybody else I know, because they have that diversity or life experience checkmark that I don't have. So if I put them in, it makes me look like I'm a family person, even though in reality I only visit them once or twice a year, as I've seen about this person in interview. So it's kind of about flaming desperation and insecurities. It's like a 1 out of 5. It's kind of sad in its own way. Anyway, those are my notes for my January 2025 reading of a 2024 autobiography of an American swimmer.